Hello, and welcome to another day in the life of Demi Grinder here for the Grinder's Verdict. I'm obviously Demi Grinder, and today I was thinking about maybe talking about awkwardness. And it's something that it's been sort of tormenting me ever since I was a teenager. And the reason for that is, I'm pretty sure it was mainly because of how I grew up and how circumstances developed for me. And I would say that mainly because of lack of affection in certain ways, lack of contact, lack of regular family growth, whatever that means, it caused me to be a little bit more awkward. And when I'm talking about awkward, let me clear up that it's not being awkward like dressing weird and maybe be self-conscious about it. It's not just being slightly shy. It's actually awkward to the point of I feel uncomfortable when people touch me. And I don't know about where you live, but here in Portugal, people touch each other all the time. Not in the sexual way, but like a tap on the shoulder or a tap on the back, or just poking or whatever, and it feels really uncomfortable. And not only that, but also hugging. I feel really uncomfortable getting hugged or hugging. It's see, that's what I mean by my levels of awkwardness. It gets to the point of like being uncomfortable in very regular, typical things in life. And this is, I don't know, it's I think that it's caused due to the way I grew up, due to the circumstances of my life causing me to not being okay with certain things. And this is something that I wanted to talk about because maybe you have the same feeling. And I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you right away. I don't have a solution, but I have a few possible options to go through that you can try yourself. And I think one of them obviously is interact more, socialize more, be more out there with people. Do it more often. Don't get so stuck up with it. Don't, keep what you are and keep what you have, if you're not okay with it. And I don't know, it's something that should be okay to be done. And you should be okay to receive and also give. And I think social interaction will provide you with the okay feeling towards people possibly giving you hugs and not feeling awkward about it. But there's plenty of other things that make me feel awkward, like eyes. I feel so awkward looking around or looking at people. And this one I have no idea why. I have no idea why this is. Like literally zero clue. I don't know if it's because I was never really looked in the eyes much when I grew up. I don't know. It's because that's kind of a lie, honestly. That's kind of a lie. I might, at least I know my grandfather looked me in the eyes plenty of times to look at me. So I don't know what the reason for that one is. It's just like, it's something that makes me feel uncomfortable as well. When I'm looking at someone and it's just like a fixated look, I almost immediately, it takes like 1 second for me to feel uncomfortable and look away. And when I'm having a conversation, it kind of like, I force myself to fixate on their eyes because I feel like it's rude to not look at them when they're looking at me and we're having a conversation. So because I'm kind of forcing myself to look in their eyes, it's also sort of weird and awkward to I don't know. It's it's something really weird. And movement also feels awkward to me plenty of times. Like I want to get back to doing YouTube videos, and the way I want to get back to doing YouTube videos is just filming myself talking about stuff, just kind of like what I'm doing here, but on a different format. Obviously, video format, and it just I feel awkward doing some movements, and I shouldn't. I shouldn't. This is what bothers me the most. It's like, come on, man, wake up. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be, concerned about. And it's like, just do it. Just go for it. Just move on. And even with these, because these are words from myself, it's my consciousness telling me it's okay to do it. But when I'm about to do it, I feel awkward and I feel uncomfortable. And it's, how do I even turn around or turn this around? How do I make it work for me? I don't know. There are certain times when, for example, I'm trying to record a voice over and I feel awkward. I feel uncomfortable. And I know no one's seeing me. No one's watching me. No one knows anything that's going other than the voice. Like, no one knows. Just like you have no idea the movements I'm doing right now with my hands, but I'm actually moving my hands, I'm moving my fingers, I'm moving my arms, I'm doing facial expressions, but you have no idea about that. You have no idea what they look like. You have no idea what I'm doing, but they're here. I'm doing them. But to just think, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because this helps me actually. I don't know if there's anybody listening to this. I don't know even if you relate to me. I don't even know if this is gonna help you at all. But what I can tell you is this helps me sort of getting things out there. Certain things that I've never said to anyone anywhere. And this is one of them. The awkwardness or the awkward part of my life. There's a lot of things hidden inside of me that I've never talked to anybody. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I never really saw solutions or never sought solutions for these problems, because I've always been very reserved and kept everything to myself. And it's kind of like things are bottled up inside of me, and some of them are actually wanting to get out. And I'm coming to a point in my life where I realize that one of the things that I want to do for the most part is this. I want to do podcasting. I want to be creative. I want to earn money. I want to earn a living by being creative, by pursuing creative ways of making that money. And through research, I'm starting to realize that one of the ways to do that is by promoting yourself, because you can't possibly expect people to find you or know who you are if you never promote yourself. And it's just like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, if you never put your things out there, if you never talk about yourself, if you never do anything to promote your work or what you do, people will never be able to find you and relate with you. Because I'm sure in the 8 billion people out there in the world, I'm sure that at least a good amount of them can relate to me and this. And I feel like it's a perfect time to get things out there, because we need to start doing something about ourselves. We need to start getting more out there. And because I feel like the people who bottle up things inside of them are the ones who are more creative, because it's like it's feelings that can be transcribed into art form. You can be creating music with these feelings. You can create lyrics, poems, great text with these feelings. And it's typically artistic souls that I feel like are very awkward and weird. So I'm not trying to like put myself up on the pedestal, but I am very artistic and I'm very creative. I'm always thinking of ideas of being creative. And when I was doing the band, some people commented that the lyrics were good, some people commented that the vocals were really good, and it's just like, I want to do something like this. And I also had people commenting on my radio shows when I used to do that for Tire Metal Radio that they were also good. But because my awkwardness of not being able to promote myself and my work more often and more thoroughly, I am failing in succeeding in being creative and making something out of it. Because I did YouTube since 2013 up to 2014, 15. I had breaks, okay? I had a lot of breaks because I don't have much money, or right now I have zero money actually, and I do have equipment to make things work, sort of, because I don't have a game. I have a gaming computer desktop, but it's very low budget. It uses an APU that came out last year, but it's like very budgety because it introduces like a CPU with a GPU in one, so the performance is not like, you can play some games, but you can't record them, you can't put them up, you can't do anything like that. Only like, old games perhaps, but that's a different story. And I just feel like, I want to do these things, and I want to get myself out there more, and I want to get back to doing YouTube and whatnot, and I just I have so many ideas of shows. If I could contact investors, if I could contact like maybe TVs, maybe. The problem is I don't have contacts. I don't know who I need to contact. It's literally my issue, and it actually bothers me not to know more, and it bothers me that I'm so lonely and so awkward and so weird to just get out there and get myself out there and be contacting people and getting things done. And that's really the only issue that I have right now, is literally contacting and being there and being more social. Because I've been told plenty of times that the quality is there, that my potential is there. So anyways, at this point I'm just rambling. But I hope any of you get something out of this, and really don't be like me, okay? Get out there, be sociable, contact people, talk to people. That's the only way you're going to be thriving in life and succeeding in life. It's not by being lonely that you will succeed. Because if you're lonely, like even the loneliest of artists need somebody to buy their art. So sorry. So yeah, be sociable, guys. Interact with other people. Get out there. Allow yourself to be, more with the world. Don't be like me, right? Thank you guys for listening. See you guys on the next one.